It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S, on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just wanna be that hater. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders. Give me a snack, I'ma turn it to some racks. LA didn't wanna give us a home, but LV got us on the map. That be a fact, I've bet it all on silver and black. Hard Carson and Mad Max got me Emmett, I've been down since the 90s. You don't want the black hole, homie, don't try me. Players roll deep, some say that we grind me, but we bring the revenue every time we grindin'. Third and some, and Wallace gone. Renfro caught it and now he's spinning. Mariota on third, he's sprinting. R.I.P. Madden, Al Davis, and all of the Raiders fans that we lost since the beginning. It be that R, it be that A, it be that I, our defense bang. It be that E, it be that R, it be that S on our chest that got us far. We be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, we be them Raiders, just wanna be the hater.
Raider Nation, what's going on? What's going on, Shield Squad? Welcome to Protect the Shield podcast. I'm your boy Chris, where my opinions might not always be popular, but they will always be authentic, man. Thanks everybody for stopping through today on this Friday, man. You guys could be anywhere else, but you guys are here with me. Man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Got a good panel, of course, man. I appreciate everybody that came through. Real quick, man, let me holler at my Shield Squad in the building. My boy Jack Candace, salute. Chris and the Nation, appreciate you stopping through, my friend. My boy Talking Raiders, my boy from Ohio. How you doing, man? What's good with you? Let's see, Ghostmaster. He said, hey, will you be able to take calls tonight? I won't, but I'm going to make sure I get that going pretty soon, man. I'm going to make sure I do that, because last time I had a call, you're a great caller. We're going to make it happen. So appreciate you, man. JB in the building. What's going on? Salute Nation. Appreciate it. Oh, so evil. He said it's 7:03. Where you be? Hey, man, we on CP time today, man. It's okay, though. We here, though, baby. We here. Better late than never, dog. Leo, what's going on, baby? Appreciate Leo. My boy, a.k.a. Cheeto Linus, man. What's happening? My boy, Severe Raider, finally able to catch a live. Severe, I really appreciate you, man, stopping through. Man, we definitely got to cook up together. Much respect to you. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. My boy said Travis Kelce's a crybaby. Yeah, he is. We're going to get into all that. He said the Chiefs still crying about Sunday. Yeah, they still crying, man. I told everybody we going to mess up Christmas, man. And then shout out to my boy All Eyes on G. Shield Squad in the building, man. Appreciate it. In fact, you know, he's the one that redid my background for you, man. So shout out to my boy All Eyes on G. Man, much respect to my guy. What's happening? Ja Raider in the building. He said, y'all seen Julie Donaldson, Washington Commander source said Eric B wants to get back at the Chiefs for the disrespect Kelsey did. Week 6 podcast, hire him as offensive coordinator. I feel you. I wouldn't mind having him, but at the end of the day, I think with some of his previous incidents with his domestic, I doubt they'll happen, but never say never, though. Talking Raiders, what's going on? That's my dog. Let's see who else we got in the building. Said Bruce are still crying over that ass whooping. I think he meant Chiefs. Yeah, for sure. Yep, for sure, man. So I appreciate all you guys coming through, man. A lot of you guys have been asking about some of the merch, the new merch that I got, man. I made some merch specifically for you guys, the Shield Squad. So hopefully you guys saw it. I got some hoodies available. T-shirts available. I got tanks available. So if you guys are interested, I did pin the link in the comments. So, if you guys are interested in getting some, man, I got the pre-sale going. A lot of people's already bought them. So continue. The pre-sale is going to go on probably for a couple more days, but definitely go ahead and grab one, man. Support. Like I said, always support your own, man. I'm a diehard fan. I do this because I love it. I'm from Ohio, and I bleed silver and black, man. Go to a lot of games, so you guys know what it is, man. So if you guys are interested, man, check that out. But enough of that. You know me, man. I always got to have a good crew with me, man. A good panel. Let me introduce my boy from last week, my boy Matt from West Coast Pirates. What's up, dog?
What's going on, Big Chris? Appreciate you having me, bro. I got a
What's up?
VIP in the house with us
I
tonight.
know. We got Power Raider in the building. What's going on, Steve?
What's up, player? Hey, thank you guys for having us. Well, actually, thank you for inviting me last minute. We're actually planning for Sunday's big event here. We're with
Oh yeah.
MC Raider. Don't be shy. Get over here. At least say hi.
Oh
Bro.
yeah. Hey, MC Raider. He's a family of the show, man. He's fam, man. MC Raider, what's going on, boy? And then I know you guys having my boy Cheeto Linus gonna be there. My boy Lito, he's gonna be doing the show too, man. So shout out MC Raider. What up, boy?
Right here, man. Just chilling. Happy holidays.
You too, dog. You too, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, man, definitely looking forward to that show, man. So that's what's up, man. Also got my boy Raider Earn in the building from the SoCal Raider Report, man. What's going on, Earn? How you doing, boss?
What up, Big Chris, man? Thanks for having on Protect the Shield, man. Much respect to you and your podcast. It's amazing.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no, like I appreciate when you guys, you came on my podcast, and we've been doing it over here in SoCal for a while. If you guys don't realize, like LA is still Raider Nation until we die. So
always,
yeah. So
always, we know that. We know that for sure.
So we hold that part of the country down here, the SoCal Raider Report, and Raider Earn. Yeah, thanks for having me, Chris.
There we go. Well, fellas, man, I appreciate you guys coming through, man. Again, you guys could be anywhere else, but we got a lot to talk about. So for one, I know I'm not even gonna spend a whole bunch of time on that Chiefs whooping because I know all of us been talking about it. But I mean, it's so great. But I mean, just quickly, man, let's kind of just sum up how you guys feel about the whole game. Matt, man, what's your thoughts about that game, man?
Well, Chris, like we talked about last week, we had high expectations going into Sunday or Monday, Christmas morning. But goddamn, shout out to AP, shout out to Jack Jones for. I mean, I've had high hopes for the kid since he's came with the team. We talked about this last week, the energy that he brought, and he just cemented himself, Christmas morning as, in my opinion, my new favorite Raider. But as far as the overall team and what they did, a lot to look forward to moving forward in the future. I think we win this week against the Colts. We went out against Denver, and we cement ourselves as the division title champions come this new year.
Oh yeah, I love that talk, man. The thing is, you was on the show last week, and we were real optimistic. I know a lot of Raider Nation was feeling a certain way, and honestly, like there's been so much of Raider Nation. All they've been talking about draft picks and what quarterback we're going to draft. Like I'm not there yet, dog. Until it says eliminated, we got some more. We got some more to talk about, man. We got some more to talk about. But Raider Earn, man, what's your thoughts on that game, man?
I mean, I felt like I woke up Christmas morning in the multiverse, honestly.
Right.
What reality is this when we get this gift on Christmas? My wife even asked, like, do the Raiders always play on Christmas? Because last year, they freaking ruined Christmas Eve.
Right.
They lost to the Steelers. But, yeah, no, it was a really sweet Christmas morning just to watch that package open up for us. So the defense, it's all about the defense right now.
Oh, yeah, that's for sure. It was a lot, man. Like, I know a lot of talk about Jack Jones. Like I say, that's one of my new Raiders that I just absolutely love. Just hearing him mic'd up, not last week, but the week before. He's just a dog. He got that dog mentality. He's exactly what we thought we was gonna get from Marcus Peters, man. Just straight dog. But I'll tell you who's been for me is my man right here, my boy Malcolm Colts. I've been telling everybody, anybody that want to listen, everybody know I got the receipts, man. I love me some Malcolm Colts, man. I knew he had it in him. In fact, wasn't it last week I said it on some show and cats were looking at me crazy. I'm like, he has a skill set similar to Von Miller. And people thought I was crazy. And I know it's still a reach, but the dude has a lot in his arsenal, man, and he's still growing. But first ever Malcolm Colts, first player ever to get 3 sacks against Mahomes. Just fire. The dude has, I think his biggest thing was he didn't practice hard before. I think when you work with someone like Max and see Max on the other side giving it nonstop effort, that helps you, man. So that's my dog, man. So
Hey, Chris,
I call him. Yeah,
Malcolm Coons.
Yeah,
Total of 6 tackles. 6 tackles. Out of the 6 tackles, 4 of them made
For
it
loss.
yards.
Yeah.
Right.
Beast.
3 sacks. Bro, those numbers are insane.
Dog, and the thing is, and most people forget, like, if y'all remember that play that I think they ended up scoring late, like, he had another sack. He just missed them. Like, Colts should have 4 sacks.
Yeah.
And then I think if he would have got that sack, that may have been a 4th down play or whatever. I think he scored that play, and that may have been a scoring play or the play after, whatever. But I think it was a scoring play that was late in the 4th quarter. Coach should have 4 sacks. The boy is stepping up. He's taking advantage of Max getting double teamed. If we get an inside presence, it's gonna get nasty. It's gonna get nasty.
I call him Baby Mac. I call him Baby Mac.
Yeah.
He's from University of Buffalo. He started filling in this year, and he started looking like more like Mac. So I just call him Baby Mac, and that's just the perfect compliment that Max needed, man. Because without Chandler Jones, and obviously, our first round draft pick ain't panned out that great. So
right.
I think he is just a spectacular addition to the defense, and he's got another year on the rookie contract, man. So people are saying, like, are you going to sign him up? You're going to sign him up before he gets worth a lot of money. Well,
man, you got to. I mean, honestly, he deserves everything he gets. I mean, shoot, just looking at this, man, he has the most sacks since week 14 with 5 out of everybody.
Yeah,
the dude's just been balling, man. He just been balling.
Was that a Mike Mayock pick? Was he a Mayock pick?
So he was with the draft. You know what? I to be honest, I bet he's a Mayock pick. Honestly,
his late Mayock's picks late round were great, man.
Yeah, he was. It was. I mean, he got some dogs. I mean, he got Max and
Amik.
Yeah, he got Amik. I ain't gonna lie. I wasn't too thrilled about Amik, but he's definitely growing on me. He's a dog. He's a dog. So shout out to Amik. He was one of the guys I've been wrong about, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like Amik, if we would have cut him like during this off season, I would have been okay. But now I'm glad we didn't, because again, he has that dog mentality. So I love it.
He was the 79th overall pick on the 2021 NFL draft.
Yeah. Yep. I remember that draft, man. That was because we got Brian Edwards that draft, and
Las Vegas, no?
I don't think that was one in Vegas, was it?
Well, 22.
Yeah, I think 22 was in Vegas.
Oh yeah, 22.
Yeah, in fact, I think that was the one in Cleveland. I want to say, I don't know, I can't remember.
That's right. This year was in Kansas City.
Yeah, something like that. So,
boo.
I
right.
This thing's about to be gone already, and it's like, wow.
Right. So, so I know we've been talking about a lot of stuff, man. So for me, the Chiefs game was great, but we got to stay focused. Going forward, got to be tunnel vision. So it's on to these Colts, man. One thing with the Colts, they're going to be scrappy. I think that we cannot let our foot off the gas. We got to keep balling out. But what do you guys think? Like, well, let's just start off. Like, what are some keys to victory to beat a team like the Colts? Like, I'll kind of start off. So for me, and it's going to sound crazy, but the way that Gardner Minshew plays, he's not Mahomes, but he has a similar style of play where he's off script. He likes to kind of roll around and get some extra time. He's unorthodox. He plays with a lot of passion. So we're going to have to kind of play him the same way. We're going to have to contain the edges. We're going to have some good rush discipline. Like, guys are going to they're going to have to be able to push up the middle and kill those step up lanes, because that's what killed Mahomes, because usually he's able to step up and then do whatever he has to do. He couldn't do that last game. If we do that with Minshew, we'll stop him. So that's one. We got to stop JT, because they're going to feed him, and they're going to keep feeding him, hoping that he breaks us down. So we definitely got to do that. And on offense, we have to just protect the ball. We know what they're going to do. They got Gus Bradley running that defense. They're going to have different renditions of cover 3. They're not going to blitz much. They're going to hope that front 4 gets to us. One thing about that cover 3 that we know is coming, as a rookie, you should be able to at least understand how to beat it. Go into the game understanding what you got to do to beat it, then you can beat it. So I don't know. We'll see what's going on, but that's my thoughts, man. Ern, what do you think, man?
Okay, right off the bat, first thing to think about is, as far as sacks go in the NFL, the Indianapolis Colts are 5th. They have the 5th most sacks, so that defensive front is good.
Yeah.
But their weakness, from what I understand, listen to a lot of stuff I listen to and everything, like we all do. But I heard from a beat writer today that they actually have a terrible secondary. So this is a game for it's a good get right game for Devontae. Got to get Devontae going early and often and get some easy passes for Aiden O'Connell and just let it rip on the that side because of course they're going to stack the box. My one thing was Zamir White. I like Zamir White, but man, I kept thinking the whole game, man, this guy's going to fumble. He almost on that big rip, when he sealed the game, he almost fumbled. I was like,
hold that ball.
It's gonna pop out, but no, thank God it didn't. So hopefully he just holds on to the ball and let Aiden rip against his terrible secondary, like he did against the Chargers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be fire, man. Matt, what do you think, man?
Honestly, I agree. I think Aiden O'Connell is going to have an opportunity to really cement himself as the guy moving forward. I think we saw bits and pieces of it during the Chiefs game in the first quarter. Obviously, we didn't see anything in the second half, but I don't want to hear any more about Aiden not moving in the pocket. I saw him moving in the pocket in that first quarter. He was throwing some dimes. I see you shaking your head, but there was some – you have to admit, you got to give credit where it's due. He stepped up.
There was some big drops. He had some big drops.
He managed the game for us, and in my opinion, that's all I want. I just want us to go in there and win fucking games. He went into Kansas City. We walked out with the win. Now he's going into a dome environment. To my boy's point here, they have a weak secondary.
Yeah.
Dude, go out, lights out, man. Let the fucking thing rip. Zamir White, he earned his reps. You got to keep feeding him that, man, over these past 2 games. He earned his position. I mean, if Josh Jacobs comes back, all aboard. I mean, you got to feed the man. But in my opinion, feed Zamir White. Get AOC running early, and then from a decent defensive standpoint, we got to punch them in their mouth early. Just like the energy that we've been playing with, you got to keep that up. We can't let them know what hit them by the time we're packing up, heading back to Vegas to play the Denver Broncos. So that's where my mind's at right now.
No, that's a good point, man. So you did say Aiden showing that he's a man. Do you think he's a man though?
I mean, think about it. We're scoring points against Miami. I mean, before this game, right? We lost the Miami game. I think we should have won that game. We lost to the Chiefs the first time around. I thought we should have won that game as well. But before that, we struggled to even put up 20 points, in a game. So the fact that we're putting up points now consistently is a light.
Hold on. Hey, I got to push back though. 14 points both games were from the defense, man.
The defense has been stepping up, but the management aspect, we haven't really had a game management.
I turn it over.
QB position, and that's the biggest thing for me. I don't really care about if you're throwing, 1 touchdown or no touchdowns or 4 touchdowns. I want to know how you manage the game and how you close out in situations. He recognized the situation in Kansas City. He knew that it wasn't a passing, going to be a passing game in the second half. He managed it to my expectations in a well way that a rookie would, but obviously a lot for him to learn. I mean, it's a rookie at the end of the day. So I think we in my opinion, there's a lot to unpack with Aiden O'Connell.
No, I feel you. I think so this little graphic just kind of looking at what he's done through the first 9 games. He's 4-5. He's 30th in yards with 1675. And again, this don't tell the whole story. So I'm not dogging him because again, I think he's a good he has potential. 8 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, QB rating 31.9. The thing with him, I think he'll develop and be okay. But it's just in this NFL, man, it's hard, man. It's hard for me to really think that he can be the long-term future because the dude just can't move. I know he had a little, like, honestly, and you guys may think it's funny, but I was watching the Browns game yesterday. Man, even Flacco was getting out a little bit, man. Little Flacco, dog, I didn't think he could run. He was like as fast as MC Raider. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't see, but Flacco was moving, getting first downs and all that, man. So, but no, I think Aiden can be okay, but I do not think he's going to be the guy of the future. So, we'll see. We'll see. Matt, what do you think? Not Matt, but I'm sorry, Ern, what do you think, man?
About Aiden?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like he is doing just exactly what he said. He's like a game manager, and everybody's talking about Justin Fields next year. He's another game manager. If you really think about it, to me, he reminds me of Jason Campbell. Like if you want to get him for next year, he'd be another game manager. Just don't make big mistakes.
Yeah.
Jason Campbell could before he got hurt was rolling, man. We were rolling.
He was.
With your boy
Shout out to Hugh Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we get talking about coaching a little bit, we'll bring his name up again because I got some things to say about him. But
who, Hugh Jackson?
Man, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's my dog. That's my dog.
Yeah, I love when you did that series with him, man. That was dope. I watched all that, man. That was because that's a big story. And honestly, like when you see Marvin Lewis is in the house and AOC's and AP's bringing Marvin Lewis and Tom Coughlin, you can see a scenario where maybe they could bring somebody like Hugh Jackson and Justin Fields could be our Jason Campbell. So that's what I think. But yeah, AOC would be a great backup. He's got some big balls, man. He hangs in there. He took some big hits last week and a lot of drops. They had a lot of drops on him. Devontae had a terrible game. There was bad weather. So everybody wants to make fun of the fact that, he didn't complete a pass after the first quarter, but it was bad weather. And he didn't turn, like the homie said, he did not turn the ball over.
Right. And that's key. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I think we all have Raider goggles from being Raider fans for so long. We just want to fucking win, and we don't care how we do it. We just
That's true.
Fucking finish line, bro.
That's true. That's true. And no, and I feel you. And honestly, I don't want it to seem like I just don't like Aiden because again, he wins or he won that game. But I'm just worried that
our defense,
like if our defense don't score points, then what we going to do?
Well, let me.
Can
I chime in?
Go ahead, man.
Am I allowed to chime in?
Talk that talk, man. Talk that talk, Steve.
Hey, let me. I'm just gonna piggyback. I know Raider Erm. You mentioned about how our secondary is weak. Yes, you were right there, but they made those adjustments in the Chiefs game before they were in zone coverage, and they went man to man. So
he was saying the Colts. He was saying the Colts.
Our secondary is
yeah, he said the Colts. No, ours is good, man.
I thought you said the Raiders.
What was in that cigar you were smoking, man?
They did change. They did. If you guys listen to the roundtable of the Raiders, with what's it called, JT the Brick, they talk about the things that the adjustments that were made. How right now our defense is basically just on fire. I mean, we were able to stop the 6-game losing streak against the Chiefs. That's right there. We were able to break the 11-game streak where the Chiefs would score over 28 points on the Raiders. I mean, right now the defense is on fire, and I think what's going on, these guys are just trying to get the name for themselves.
Yeah,
they really are. Because you have the Soul Patrol, you had all these different clubs, with the Raiders and all that. But I mean, I'm telling you, these Raider defense players, they're trying to name themselves, get a name for themselves, and I think they're saying the Misfits or something like that. But honestly, I think it's incredible what these guys are doing out there. They're kicking butt. They're not Oakland Raiders. They're not LA Raiders. They're trying to make a stamp where it's Las Vegas Raiders. The Las Vegas Raiders are the ones that stop the Chiefs.
Yeah, true.
You have Antonio Pierce, which is a great leader. He knows what he's doing. I mean, the fact that he destroyed, annihilated the Chargers. The fact that we were able to win and have that upset on Christmas with the Chiefs. I mean, give the guy the job already. He knows how to rally the guys. The guys are excited, at the locker room. I mean, 2 consecutive touchdowns in 2 different games. This is the first time in franchise history for the Raiders.
Yeah.
This guy is breaking records, coming in as an interim head coach in midseason. I mean, going into Aiden O'Connell. I think Aiden O'Connell just needs to season a little bit more. Get those practice in there. I mean, yes, his mobility is not there, but he knows how to follow, the directions. We may need a better offensive coach, I don't know.
Are you comfortable are you comfortable going to war with him in the playoffs though?
I think in the playoffs,
hell yeah.
Are you?
Zamir White kicked butt. In the last game, he had a total of 22 touches, and then he did 145 rushes. I mean, he averaged out 6 yards. He was just kicking butt. He's balling out there. I don't know. Right now, Josh Jacobs is like, oh, what happened? It looks like Josh Jacobs and Mayer are not going to be back next week.
Whoa.
Looks doubtful. Looks doubtful.
Yeah.
Back next week.
Yeah.
So You were facing the Colts, guys. The Colts. They won 4 out of their 5 last games. They
They're
lost.
gonna be scrappy too. They're scrappy. They're a scrappy squad.
They lost against the Atlanta Falcons. Nasty. So they're
Yeah.
fired right now. They're in the playoff run too, but they're tied up with the Jaguars and the Texans. So this game is gonna be basically defined with our defense. We gotta keep taking those turnovers are keys right now to keep the ball. Let's keep getting the ball, keep feeding it to the running. If Aiden O'Connell is not comfortable throwing the ball, or if our offensive coach or Antonio Pierce, hey, do what they did with the Chiefs. It worked. Keep doing that.
Yeah, I'm worried. The only thing I'm worried about is just knowing how Gus Bradley's defense is. It's a bend don't break defense. So therefore, we know that they're not going to take many risks, but they're going to buckle down once we get to the red zone. I'm worried that they're going to make us kick a lot of field goals. And
Carlson's gonna have a great time.
yeah, but my thing is, like, I'm just worried. Like, I don't want to have to depend on the defensive touchdown. Like, that scares. That's the only thing that scares me. That's all. I mean, we got 14 points, 2 games in a row from the D. We realistically, we're not going to get that this game. Like, can we beat them with just our offense? That's the question.
What do you think, MC? Can we beat the Indiana Colts with just our offense? Talk to him.
With just our offense or defense?
Just our offense.
Yeah, without the defense scoring points.
No, but we got to score more than 20 points to beat the Colts, man.
Right. Or our offense does without help from the defense.
Yeah, no, without defense. And
yeah, that's what I'm feeling, man. That's what we got to.
Man, this boy's got to have some chemistry. Aiden O'Connell, man, I like the kid, but he needs chemistry with these players, man. And it's about time. And I see the chemistry with Devontae is off, man. All those shots to him, they're
off. They're off
all the time. But hey, it could happen. But Samir White's gonna do his thing, and I think we lock up their running back with the Colts. We have a good chance on Sunday.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, let me go to some of these the chat, man. So my boy Ja Raider says, question for the panel in the chat. Will y'all sign DT Chris Jones next season for a cheap 1-year deal or 2? For one, Chris Jones ain't gonna come cheap. First of all,
No,
there's not a such thing as Chris Jones for a cheap. He ain't gonna be cheap at all. We're gonna have to open up the bag for him. But I would take him for one just to get him away from the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's addition by subtraction. But Ja, I'm sorry, but there ain't gonna be no cheapie, nothing, man, for sure. Well, what do y'all think?
Of course.
Man. I would love Chris Jones to help out Max and Kuntz. Imagine that. You guys.
Oh my God, that's nasty. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro. Max had the MVP season. I mean, without.
Oh my God.
Defensive player of the year.
Easy. He better get it this year. Honestly, he better get it this year. Because
for Walter Payton, you're gonna get that one too. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, he does. He has to. But my thing is, whenever your offensive line has to do this to stop somebody, that's a problem. That's a problem. Like literally, and that wasn't even called they didn't even call that.
This is consistently game through with Max. If you season highlight reel of him being held all season.
Like what? I mean, honestly, like how can you be a ref and look at that and be like, "Oh, that's a good block. That is just a good fundamental block by that tackle." Jesus Christ,
that was atrocious.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, come on, man, you got to be joking. You got to be joking. Let's see what else in the chat, man. Got my boy Rafa. What's up, Rafa? He said, "Who knows the Chandler Jones fiasco would enter a Max Kuntz awakening?" That's true. That's true. Even with Chandler Jones, I always said Malcolm Kuntz needs some reps. A lot of people didn't even want him to make the squad. I'm like, Malcolm Kuntz can play, man. And the reason I always go back to that is because I remember his very first snap that he came in, and I think it was against the Chiefs. His very first play was a sack. I remember it like it was against the Chiefs. His very first play he was in was a sack. For some reason, he's been in the doghouse for so long, whatever, but shout out to him. See, Avakasi, what's up, my brother? He said, yeah, that was a COVID year draft. He said, Amika is my dog. Yeah, Leo does love some Amik. See, Avocasi, he's kind of going back to that one draft we were talking about when we got Ruggs, Arnett, Bowden. Yeah, that was a terrible
Don't
draft.
bring it
God,
back to those days.
God, dog, that was an ugly draft. Ruggs, Arnett, Bowden, Edwards. But you know what? Simpson been balling for the Ravens though. He's like one of their best offensive guard, but it's probably a little easier blocking for Lamar. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, that was terrible. Let's see, Raider. Andre James need to go, please, dude. He can't block. Roden's doing more. I mean,
Roden's not even going to play this week. He's out.
Oh, he's not?
He's got some sort of, like, if you look on the injury report, he had like a physical or a personal issue and then did not participate and looks like I think he's not going to play.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So that means, let me see. That's a good call out. Let's see what we got. Just looking at the injury report here.
Man, you're on top of things, Chris. I'm
on it, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm on it.
Where's your producer?
Right here, baby. Raiders. If you need, hey, I'm a one-man band out here, baby. Let's go.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not just a pretty face, man.
Yeah, I like that.
But let's see, man. Let's say we got Jacob, Bob, and Moyer. I don't even know who he is, but let's see, Jermaine.
Look towards the bottom.
I'm seeing him here.
Look towards the bottom of the Raiders. He's like weird, like a personal issue or something, and then did not.
Oh, I don't know. This was from today. This was from. Actually, this may have been from yesterday. Yeah, this was Thursday. Okay, yeah, I didn't check. I don't got today's yet. So okay, so he was on there today.
Yeah, but he sucks anyway. I mean, he's not that good. But it's crazy. You know what, guys? Raiders have a top 10 line. People talk trash so much on the Raiders offensive line, but believe it or not, they're rated a top 10 offensive unit. It's crazy.
So, are they? Yeah. You know what? You know what, Raider earned? I didn't know you were going to say that, but look, man. I'm in your head, dog. I got it right here. I'm in your head.
That is,
but
that simpatico. We're
simpatico. There we go. But according to PFF, they are. But I don't always listen to PFF, and honestly, I don't know if I believe this. Do y'all believe this though? The top 10 line. I'm sorry.
That's surprising for sure.
Broncos.
Yeah, I don't believe. Especially they got the Broncos number 7, and the Broncos line is trash. Yeah.
We'll see that nasty ass orange on that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, come on, man.
I thought I was Cleveland, but then never mind.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, man. So I don't always know how they judge that PFF. So I'm gonna call a little BS on that. But I mean, whatever.
Now. Make sure they fix that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think our O line has to play a little better, but at least from a running, I think our run game, our run blocking has gotten a lot better. I feel Zamir has had some holes. Zamir, he's more of a power back than at least power scheme back. Jacobs is more of a zone guy. He does his cut and go. But I think that from a passing standpoint, I think they're doing pretty well. But Aiden just has to get the ball out faster.
Yeah, there's a couple plays there.
Ball, man.
Yeah, he holds the ball. Like I was at that Charger game in LA, and man, he just kept holding that ball. That's when Khalil Mack got 6 sacks.
Yeah.
But he just kept holding the ball, and he just kept patting it. Whenever you, as a coach, because I coach sports, when you coach football, when you pat it, it means you don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And you're guessing at that point. And he just kept. So he's doing better on that. I think he's doing better on that. But the Chiefs have a great front, man. And
no, they do.
And I think our center, Andre James, I don't know if he's going to be back next year because he looks like he's a little trouble spot for the line. He's paid a lot and he's not that great.
For me, I think he's more built for a zone block scheme because he can move. For as big as he is, he can move, but he has trouble with some of those power DTs, man. Like I just remember,
through.
Usually like Chris Jones usually kills him. And I just remember last year with the dude from Pittsburgh, he killed him. I mean, it's just like some of those big guys he has some trouble with, but I don't know. I don't want to write him off yet, but I feel like Parham does fairly better at center. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean for the money too. He's making.
Yeah.
James is making a lot of dough.
He is.
And so as the Raiders, as we look towards whatever, because I honestly, Chris, I'll tell you, man, I think that this season's been a success. I mean, as much as it's been an up and down roller coaster, like from
Yeah,
when
it
we
could have been a
started,
lot worse.
oh man, like I was so negative. Like I was just like, and now
We all were.
I'm like, and yeah, I think we all were. And a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't want to admit it, you know, but a lot of people were like, okay, well, let's just come on. What kind of fan are you? You know, but we can fan our own way. But it was a shit show, man. It was terrible. And
It
you're
was.
like, you feel like you're sleeping with the enemy. And
Yeah.
now it's like we're home. You know, we got our guy. Like, I mean, just telling you, I'm from SoCal. Like when you have somebody like Antonio Pierce, it's just like when we got Art Shell. Like we finally got a Raider guy. You know, we got a real we're going back to the Raiders. And
It's
that's
It's
what it
funny
is.
you say that. Like honestly, like Art Shell always gave me like that real, like just being younger, just like that old school Raider way. But you know, just kind of looking at some of these coaches that we've had, man, just our last winningest coaches in the last 35 years. You know, we had Rich Bisaccia, you know, number one, 7-5. You know, they had a great run at the end. Antonio Pierce, 4-3 right now. Del Rio, Art Shell, Gruden, and my man Hugh Jackson.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. You know, it's you know, I think a lot of people kind of compare that Rich Bisaccia and Antonio Pierce, but me personally, I don't see the comparison. Besides, they're just guys that the players want to play for, and they're both interim coaches. But you know, even when Rich was doing this thing, I was like, you know, I'd want to move on from him just because I don't think he can compete with the Andy Reids and all that. But
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce, I feel comfortable going to war with him week in and week out against whether it's Sean Payton, Andy Reid, whoever. Like I feel comfortable with that.
Yeah, no, I mean,
what's your thoughts?
That's my comparison because Art Shell, you know, being a Hall of Fame player for the Raiders, he had that, and he had won 2 Super Bowls with the Raiders. Actually, he won 3. He was on all 3 Super Bowl teams, Art Shell, I believe. And at that point, I think all the players just respected him. And you know, today I heard a interview with Brandon Jacobs when he used to play with Antonio Pierce on the Giants, and it was like
everybody loves him, man.
they love him. Like
Everybody that played with him loves him.
Like he was the most raw dude. Like keep talking about like how he talks. Like I guess he talks real rough. Like he can talk, you know, gangster.
Yeah.
And they were like talking about like how he just is just like a total motivator. You know, Brandon Jacobs was saying that as an offensive player, even though Antonio Pierce played linebacker, but he just knew how to motivate people, and he loved the game so much. So I think that's what's exciting.
Imagine if you have Antonio Pierce as your personal trainer. He'll make you lose weight.
Right.
He won't.
I need that right now.
Shit. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
He'll tell you how it is. You
got more rep, bitch.
Right? Like he'll give you the results that you're looking for, and I think that's what the players are looking at. That he's a true leader. I mean, imagine if we would have had Antonio Pierce since the beginning of the season. I've seen a lot of these players. They were shut down. They didn't want to play. You know, with the previous administration that was in there, you know, they did not want to play. They were just there to collect a paycheck. Now these guys see a spark. They see that he has a passion. He has a true heart of a Raider. I mean, he almost made me choke up during Christmas after his post conference with the game.
Bro.
Like, oh,
you can tell he has passion. He wants to be here. He wants to be here.
Oh
yeah.
He wants to be here. And honestly, like, and again, I'm one of them people, I am so transparent. And I know my shield squad's tired of me talking about it. I say it all the time. But I always keep it real. I was one of the ones that liked Josh McDaniels. I liked when we hired him. And I stand on it. But I was wrong. I'll say I was wrong. I have no problem with that. But it made me remember because, again, I played ball all the way up through college, and I remember the type of coaches that I liked. And when I played, well, okay, I'll say after I got done playing, in my mind, I liked the X's and O's guys because in my mind, I'm like, you need to be able to scheme to win. But then I think back on when I played, I like those motivators, the guys that make you want to run through a wall. Like that's how he is. He's a guy that makes you want to run through the wall. He makes you, you know, Gruden was kind of like that, but Gruden was
You read my mind.
Gruden was like that, but Gruden was like he was more of a character. But like everything that Antonio Pierce says, I believe him. You know, like I you know, because for one, us that are old enough, we had a chance to watch him. He was the captain of one of the best defenses of the past few decades. Like literally, people forget his defense was the one that beat that Tom Brady offense that had Randy Moss, where they were breaking all those records. They were unstoppable. That was a team that, in fact, I think the Patriots were undefeated that year. They were unstoppable that year.
Yeah.
Antonio Pierce was part of that team. He was part of that defense that beat them dudes, man. Like that dude knows how to claw. He knows how to fight. He knows how to scrap. Man, Raider you got some good camera graphics over there, man.
I got some camera problems, man.
That's all good. But no, I mean, but still, man. But shout out to AP. I debate with a lot of people, and I can't stand these people that are just like Antonio Pierce is just a rah-rah guy. He's just a motivator. Like he's more than that. And plus, like if you say that, I almost feel like you haven't played a sport in your life. Like I don't know. What do you got, Matt? What do you got?
If anybody who says that doesn't understand, and to Steve's point, they've never played a sport in their life. They've never understood what it understands to compete, you know, on any, you know, field, whether it's basketball, football, you know, any sport. But the fact that Antonio Pierce has that innate skill to bring out the best in players, we've seen it on tape already. And I think that's what Mark Davis has to realize is the newfound energy, the production that he's getting, but ultimately the Raider that he has at the helm. I mean, it's all hands on deck moving forward, and I'm all in on AP.
Yeah. Now, do you guys feel like he's a shoe-in to get the job? Like I think he has to get it, but I think once I heard Charles Woodson and some of because one thing about Mark Davis, he really values his alumni. We all know that, and honestly, that's when I knew Josh McDaniels was in trouble because I was one of the few guys I wanted Josh to hold on as long as he could. But when Tim Brown and them start talking, I'm like, "Oh, you out of there, dog."
Oh yeah,
I'm like, you about to be out of there once Tim Brown and Bo Jackson. For heaven's sakes, no one hears from Bo Jackson. When Bo Jackson said you got to go, I already knew it was a wrap. But now hearing Woodson and all these guys speaking up for AP, I think that's money in the bag, man. What do you think, Ern?
Yeah, no, honestly, like just that signature win, it's going to carry so much weight, you know, and depending on how I feel like if he at least can win the next one of the two coming up, he's got it, man. It's just at this point too. I mean, money wise too. I mean, if I'm Mark Davis, you got to run it back one more year with him. Let him pick his staff, get a good offensive coordinator. Because otherwise, if you're trying to get Harbaugh, I mean, how much is Harbaugh going to want? You know, and like you've talked about this.
Yeah,
I know you weren't that sold on him, even though I know you're a Michigan fan.
Yeah,
but I just feel like you got to let it run back one more year because of all the things that happened with Bisaccia too. Like all the things that happened with Bisaccia, like you got to give him one more chance and give him one more year, and then see what you got. And you know, who knows? I mean, do we end up with Russell Wilson? I mean,
you start trouble now. Now you start trouble. We'll talk about it
on a veteran's contract, on a veteran minimum. You know, you're getting paid either way. But I mean,
yeah, Matt and Steve, what y'all think?
Hell no to Russell Wilson. First of all.
I knew that was coming.
It's just, for me, I think Antonio Pierce, they should give the guy the job. I was there the weekend that Josh McDaniels was let go, and I think I don't know. I kind of like Dave Ziegler. I did like him. He was a cool guy. Josh McDaniels, you know, just come in a pack or whatever it is. But when that happened, I took a video with Mark Davis and.
Hold on! Don't let MC Raider fool you guys, because I seen a picture with him and Josh McDaniels cheesing. All the receipts is out there. MC Raider, don't play.
We went to the headquarters.
That was part of the game, baby.
I feel you.
But you know what? I was there with Mark Davis. I gave him that chain. Everybody loved him because he actually he listened to us. You know. Like, time to go. And now you're gonna see the last home game against the Broncos. I guarantee you, there
better be a home field advantage.
There's gonna be like 10 or 15 signs from from this crowd.
Higher AP.
Higher AP.
Gotta
I'm
be.
bringing them. I'm bringing a sign.
There we go.
You know, so we're gonna make it happen.
There we go.
What?
I love it. I love it. Let's see. My boy Charles Washington. Let's see. So far, so good for AP being a leader. We've needed for far too long. If he gets a job, hope the power doesn't change him. I don't think it'll change. You could tell he's one of them guys that I think he stands on business, man. I think his principles are strong. I think he'll be all right. Let's see, Robert Pena. Let's see, offense needs to step up. Otherwise, defense has a score to keep us in the game. I agree, and I don't want to depend on that because, I mean, you can't. That it doesn't happen. My boy Raider Solo. Shout out to my boy Solo TRS. Let's see, their offense was ranked top 10 points per game, but their defense is 28. This will be a tough game. So I think he's talking about the Colts.
Hey, do you guys remember the Gardner Minshew game when they threw the nachos at Carr? When they lost, when Gardner Minshew beat the Raiders. I think it was like one of the second or maybe the last game.
The last game in Oakland. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that game pissed me off. You know, we got cheated. We did get cheated because Carr slid in bounds, but they said he was out of bounds.
Yes.
Yeah, I was at that game.
The nacho game.
Yeah, Nacho.
Nacho Libre.
Oh man, let's see, Ja. Let's see, for real, we need more Parham and center. Let's see, Ja. Let's see, 74-72. So let's see, that's who's 74? 74 is Colton Miller. 72, that's Illuminor. 66 is Parham. 70, I don't know who 70 is, and then 77 is Mumford.
Stayer Mumford.
Yeah, Mumford's 77. Who's 70? Is that Roten?
He got hurt, huh?
But he walked off.
Yeah.
He jogged
Who?
Aluminum.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's back. Yeah, he'll be back. He was good.
Cole Miller even came in the game late in the game. He came in.
Yeah, he came in for a couple plays.
Yeah.
Let's see, 7 games in a row. AP has the defense completely prepared, and the whole team for that matter. I agree, man. That is so true. Let's see, Zamir was more productive this past game than any running back we've had this year. That's true. That's true. But like I
don't forget
I
about
agree.
Abdullah.
I agree, but I'm still not gonna let no Josh Jacobs slander happen, man, because I don't care nobody, because people act ever since offseason, people have been trying to write off Jacobs. Jacobs is an elite back, man.
Would you give him a 3-year contract?
For how much though?
I know, right? He's not going to take 30 for 3.
See, but my thing is, I think his market's going to go down, and I think he'll understand that. And I think he would want to. I think he'll take a hometown discount to play with AP. I think, like, I'd give him 30 30 or 3 for 30 all day. Hell yeah.
That'd be the hometown discount, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, I'd give him 11 mil. I'll give him 11 mil. Now, once we target like 12 and 13, I think he missed his opportunity. Like, if he would have had another big season, then I could have got him up there. But yeah, I think about 11. 11 might be my max per year for him.
Yeah.
Let's see. Also, Evil, his pocket awareness isn't great. And so he's talking about our guy. Let's see. Finally, you have some smart guys on your panel. Charles Washington, calm down. Yes, I do got some smart guys on my panel, but I always got smart guys on my panel, Charles Washington. Calm down, brother.
We talk about Raider football. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. No excuses this week. AOC this week. He has to perform. Absolutely. Absolutely. All eyes on G. That's my guy, man. Let's see. Andre James kept getting bullied. Dude, best not get dropped by the four. Oh, I forgot he got to go against. That's not a good matchup for him.
DeForest Buckner.
That's not a good matchup for him. He's the type of guy that, yeah.
Hey, Chris, no lie. So I dress up, as my character, my fandom.
Yeah.
But I go home and watch the game again because I miss so much, because I don't want to take away from the crowd either, because the crowd wants to cheers. They interrupt me while the offense is at work.
Yeah, like me. I randomly come up to you in the middle of the game, and we're just like, whatever.
Oh, I did.
I'm drunk. I'm drunk. You're looking at me like, dude, go sit down.
Go sit down.
I apologize to him, and I say,
"No, it's all good. I was drunk. I had no business being up there."
It was in Chicago.
No, that was a Miami game.
No, I didn't go to Miami game. It was in Chicago. See, you were that drunk.
Damn.
It was Chicago. Yeah, you're right.
Protect the
Yeah.
shield. Protect the
but
shield.
you know what?
Hey, I was protecting the shield though.
There you go.
You
There
were.
you go. But you know what? I go home, I rewatch the games because I want to know what we're talking about. You know, and that's what real diehard fans do. You know, I do it for the crowd. I do it for my team, and I show my spirit by showing my colors. And I love what I'm doing. I love the partnership I have with West Coast Pirates, MC Raider, just collaborating with all you guys. You know, just picking everybody's brains and brainstorming because we all have different views.
Exactly.
But in the end, we all cluster in the middle, you know, and it's something that I take away from these shows. So I appreciate you having me on your show.
Oh, for sure, man. You like I said, we had a good chance to at least before the game on Chicago. We had a lot of fun, man, on the boat and all that stuff, and we had a good time. Let's see, my boy Raider Solo. He said, "What's up, everybody in the chat?" Charles Watson O'Connell is only doing what is asked. I can't say I agree. I can't say
Not
I
doing
agree.
enough? You don't think he's doing enough?
He said,
I don't. I really don't, man. I mean, because honestly, I go back to that Vikings game, and again, if you really look at that Vikings game, and I know people think I'm crazy, I would have pulled. I would have pulled him. I would have pulled him
I agree with you. I would have. I mean, just see what you got. I mean, you had nothing going. So.
just to get a spark. And honestly, and that's all that the Vikings coach did, just to get a spark. And honestly, these next two games, you got to have a short leash on O'Connell because he's already proven, you know, 2 of the past 3 games he stunk up the joint. Like historically, like honestly, when they showed that like he's about to beat a Jamarcus Russell record, that's a problem to me.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut. But that's a problem to me when you're about to beat a Jamarcus Russell record, man. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
Definitely can't ignore that.
hey, you know what it is? I think the problem is that he has number 4 on him. That's the problem.
Oh.
Man, yeah. I ain't gonna go there, man. I ain't gonna go there. That's a dead horse, man. Because the Saints fans don't even like number 4, but we ain't gonna go there. So
you see, they're walking around with jerseys that says "used car for sale."
Oh no.
Oh, they're putting
that's Raider Earns boy.
Yeah, come on now. Come on.
Now watch, see now I'm starting to talk about car. Now my viewers are about to go down, but it's okay, man. I love y'all, man. It's all good. We're keeping it authentic over here. Let's say my boy Severe Raider. Only thing Aiden managed to do was to not complete a pass for 3 quarters. This offense struggled for the last 3 quarters the last time we played the Chiefs. I mean, that's true, man. I mean, it's really it, man.
But since you guys picked the scab, would this team be any better right now with Carr and
Hell
AP?
no.
Carr.
You said with Carr?
Carr
No,
and AP.
Carr would have fumbled. Carr would have fumbled in the red zone.
Now hold on. Now look. Now I'm going to say this.
Look
And
at the
again,
chemistry with him and Devontae.
No, I'm gonna be real. Like, I think we would have been better with Carr, but the thing is, you can't. It's just not like black and white because when you take on Carr, you take on his salary. So, like, if you take on Carr, then you got to get rid of Epps and you got to get rid of Spillane. Is that worth it?
Really? No.
Yeah, it is.
No, because you paid Jimmy G about the same.
No, you did not.
Pretty close.
No, Carr was gonna get like 40-something mil.
We had the dead cap with freaking Chandler and everything.
But yeah, I mean, but not in Chandler. But I'm saying like Carr's getting like 40-something mil. But now I think he may have restructured later on. But Carr was going to get like 40-something mil, where I think originally we were going to pay Jimmy like 24 or something. So like honestly, if you get Carr, is it worth getting rid of Spillane and Epps? I say no.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's that. So I'll say all day, Carr has a better arm talent. I make fun of Carr a lot, but if I really want to be like objective, yeah, he would have been better for this offense. Our offense probably would have been better, but then our defense would have been worse. I love Spillane. I love everything about dude. I love Spillane. I love Epps. Those are guys I want to continue to build the defense on.
I agree with you there.
Let's see, my boy Ace coming through from Twitter, man. What's up? He said it's a new day, Raider Nation. Thanks for coming through, my guy. Let's see. Leo said facts. We need a short leash on AOC. No production can't happen. Exactly. Like we have to win these next 2 games.
It's a playoff game. This is a playoff game right here. This is our first.
All right, so let me ask you guys this, and I'll ask the chat. Like going into the playoffs, man. Like, am I crazy for thinking that like? If Aiden doesn't do well, I think Jimmy could lead us to some victories. Because if you think about it, I know everyone don't like Jimmy for what happened earlier this season, but if you really think about Jimmy and what he's done in his career, Jimmy has been successful when he had a good defense and he had like a couple good pieces on offense. I mean, literally, if you just look at his career.
He went to the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if we don't ask him to do too much, I don't know, man. Like, I know it started off shaky, but am I crazy for thinking that Jimmy could? And he's been there before. He's been in the playoffs. It's not going to be too big for him.
He'll be good for one game, then he'll break down or something. He'll get hurt.
But if he doesn't, if he don't get hurt.
You couldn't write a better Hollywood script. You couldn't write a better story.
You
got MC Raider saying "Let's ride" with Russell Wilson.
Okay. Then let me ask you guys this: would you guys rather have Russell Wilson or Jimmy G running your offense?
Jordan Love. Oh my God.
Jordan Love ain't an option.
Russell.
Russell's
been there. The stage is not too big for him.
Dog, Jimmy's been there too.
Yeah, but Russell wins. Russell has a better record in the postseason, I bet you.
Russell could take the hits.
And Russell's mobile.
I feel you. No, I mean, I don't think there's no. I just want to ask a question because people think I'm crazy because I'm on this Jimmy G train, man. I don't know.
It ain't crazy to think it. I mean, injuries do happen, but I will say this, Chris: the same sparkle or light that you saw with Malcolm Kuntz, I see with Aiden O'Connell, and I will die on that hill.
Will you? You gonna die on that hill?
Oh man, for me, I don't know if it's the Raider goggles and us losing and the Derek Carr debacle for the past so and so years, but I've seen some glimmers of hope within Aiden O'Connell. Yeah, he might not be as mobile as we all want him to be, but he's managing games. He's getting us the production is slowly getting there. The ceiling is there. He needs a little bit of development. Let the man cook.
Look, this win against Kansas City Chiefs put us 13% chance to make it to the playoffs, guys.
We can't ignore that. I was in Kansas City.
We were like at 2% or something like that. It was suck.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, honestly, and let's talk about it. Like I know they say with the percentages. But if you really look at it, like the percentage is higher because of what can happen. We only need 4 of these situations to happen. So just like I tell everybody, I'm the KC is not going to lose 2 games, so I'm not even worried about that.
Forget the division.
Yeah, Jacksonville, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to Jacksonville. The Bills, they're not going to lose these 2, so I'm not worried about that. But these 4, the Colts down, I highly believe it can happen because, for one, we have to win our 2 games. So, therefore, we beat the Colts. I think that's going to happen. So, that's one check mark.
According to the experts, if we win out, it's 67% chance we'll make it.
Yeah, but it really depends on what the Titans do, honestly. So, like, if we win, if we beat the Colts, we're good. Now, the Texans have to lose 1 game, and that's like the kind of a question mark because they got to.
Is CJ Stroud going to play?
I think he's coming back this game. I think so. But the thing is, they barely beat the Texans last time or the Titans last time. It was close.
Hey, we're gonna face wild shootout.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't worried about City. We'll get down there. We'll get to City, but then the Steelers. The Steelers have to lose to the Ravens. I think that's going to happen. So I'm not worried about that. And the Bengals will lose to either the Chiefs or the Browns. So, like, those 4 can happen. Plus, this is the question mark: is this Texans game? So if that doesn't happen, then our backup is the Jaguars. The Titans have to beat the. So if the Titans win one of their last 2 games, I really think we're in there. As long as we win, I really do.
So really quick, guys, if you go to Vegas right now, if you put $100 on the Raiders, 1 to 26, $100 will make you $26,000 if the Raiders make the playoffs.
The playoff?
$100. I'm putting $100.
What's the? Oh,
right now.
It's there, man. I'm telling you, dog, it's there for us to get, man.
I was just told.
Dang, I was just there.
This morning they told me that. So my boy, Mr. Fitz, is going out there dropping $100 for me, because he's dropping 300. I'm dropping 100. You make $26,000, guys, if the Raiders make the playoffs. So if you're a diehard fan right now for the Raiders, you believe in the Raiders is going to make the playoffs. So we're going to win out, make the playoffs. Put your $100 down, guys, and you can thank me.
There you go.
Can I Venmo him or something?
Right. So my boy Severe Raider says Aiden is a rookie, but he's only 4 months younger than Lamar Jackson. He's a career backup. That's where I'm with him, man. I'm with him, man.
He's like Rodney
Hey,
Peete.
put $100 and get your PSLs on your seats. There you go.
There you go. Talking Raiders, AP is a story. I agree. Let's see. People got to understand the day Raiders arrived to Kansas City, it was heavy raining, and it was clear. I seen a play where Colts slipped. The kicker couldn't get set. It was hard to throw. Yeah, I agree.
It was windy, 38 miles per hour wind. I think that's what it was. So it was windy. So give a guy the break. What's it called? Aiden O'Connell. He did what he was told. Just run the ball, manage the clock, get the first downs, and dominate. The defense will take care of itself.
No, I agree. He got the dub. I'm only scared because I'm not comfortable saying, hey, Max, I need 14 more points. Give me 14 points this week. Like I'm just not comfortable. Like I need to be able to say, Aiden, go give me 14 more points. I just don't know if he can do it consistently.
Right now, the Colts are favored to win, and I think they're predicting 30-7. I don't think that's
30-7.
Yeah.
Wait, who predict that?
Where you seeing that?
Right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see, Charles Washington. So now we're comparing a 15-year vet to a rookie. No, we're not comparing a 15-year vet to a rookie. We're comparing a rookie who didn't complete a pass for 3 quarters. That's what we're doing. We're comparing. In fact, if we want to compare somebody, we're comparing. According to the stats, we're comparing O'Connell to Jamarcus Russell because he almost beat his record for most incomplete passes for the game. That's what we're comparing, Charles Washington.
Which is interesting because wasn't Russell the last guy to beat the Chiefs in Arrowhead?
No,
Was he? It's been that long?
Carr
Yeah, Derek Carr did.
Carr never beat them.
Yeah, he did because that's when they did they drove around the spot.
Was that
October 11th.
The overtime.
October 11th.
Yeah,
The flags are crazy.
Henry Ruggs scored 2
You're
touchdowns.
You're right.
And hold on, and plus,
Before Carr.
no, but even before Carr, what's his name did? Tom Cable did in 2010 because they were undefeated in our division, and we still didn't make the playoffs.
Jamarcus Russell, right?
Was he the quarterback that year? No,
So
no, it was Campbell because that was the year that Hugh Jackson was offensive coordinator, and it was I think Jason Campbell was that year.
Yeah, we went 8-8.
Yeah, we went 8-8, but I'm saying, we were undefeated in our division that year. We didn't lose. It was the only time that a team has ever went undefeated in their division, but still didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. You're right. And then Tom Cable beat that guy up and got fired.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The assistant, he punched him.
He punched his face.
Yeah. Let's see. Rookie or not, need to perform. Can't keep saying, "Oh, he's a rookie." I agree. LC giving backup vibes for sure. Let's see. Charles Washington. Let's see. The Jackson who went 0-16 as head coach. Yeah, he did go 0-16 as head coach, but you got a little background story behind that on, the personnel situation. Sometimes the record don't show the true story. Just like when he was our coach, he was 8-8, but 3 weeks in a row he had catastrophes happen. He had Al Davis die. The very next week he had Jason Campbell get hurt, the starting quarterback, and then the very next week after that he had the run or the person that was trending to be the MVP of the league, McFadden, get hurt. So sometimes it's more than just looking at the overall picture, man. You got to peel back the onion. Shout out to Oh So Evil. What's going on?
But seriously, back on Hugh Jackson. Do you think, because I heard a lot of beef between Hugh Jackson and Mark Davis. Like I heard that Hugh Jackson wasn't kept because he saw Mark Davis get clowned by Al Davis. That's what I heard. I heard that's part of why he got jettisoned real quick, because Mark Davis didn't want anybody that saw him get humiliated by Al, because I heard he used to get humiliated by his father.
Nah, and honestly, and honestly, I'm asking him if I could share something, because I text message with Hugh Jackson all the time, and I've even been asking him about coming back, and we've been talking about certain things, and the thing is he's
Is he done?
No, Marvin Lewis is Hugh Jackson's like mentor, and we know that Marvin is very close with. He's basically AP's mentor as well. So so I've talked to him about a couple things. So all I know is if he gets a phone call, he's with it. I'm gonna say that. If he gets a phone call, he's with it. Even if it's a quarterback coach or whatever, he's with it, man.
He loves the Raiders.
Yeah, one thing about me, because I remember them days of Hugh Jackson. I love the way he calls a game because he's aggressive. Like the very first play of the game, he'll go deep. If you're not paying attention, he'll go deep. But I mean, that's neither here or there. So I'm not even gonna get into that. Listen, my boy Randy, what's going on? Let's see who else we got in the building. We got a lot of people in the building. I appreciate all you guys, man. I ain't gonna get to all these comments, man. In fact, let me get closer to the. Let's see what we got. Let's see, my boy, Carlson. Let's see, Talkbox 30, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man, coming through. Microphone is peaking, bro. So, hey, I appreciate you coming through. I think you're new to the channel, man. Thanks for coming through. Let's see, if the defense doesn't score 14 points, this is that Vikings game all over again, to be honest. No, I agree. I definitely agree. Let's see, draft talk. They're still in, not me. No, I agree. We're not doing that draft talk. Let's see. My boy Randy says he's been a starter for 7 weeks, man. No off season of being the guy. And I agree, Randy. I agree. I don't want to seem like I'm beating up on AOC. I know you're a big fan of him. If he has an off season, I think he'll do better. But again, I think that lack of mobility and athleticism is always going to hurt him in this league. But I mean, I want him to do well. I hope he comes out and balls out and kills it. So we'll see.
He reminds me of Kerry Collins, man. Right now, he looking like Kerry Collins.
Oh,
and he looking like Andrew Walters.
Oh.
I mean, it just kind of that's how it looks.
Oh, Matt, talk to me, Matt. Talk to me. How you feel about that, Matt? That's your man's in them.
A lot of things I could say.
That's your man's in them, man.
But I will just highlight this. I mean, obviously, from when he started
against the
Chargers, and SoFi, I mean, that was a lot to take in. Khalil Mack had a day, but from that moment till now, I've honestly seen nothing but growth. I mean, yeah, he's not as mobile as we want him to be. He's not the Lamar Jackson we all expect him to be, but he's managing games. And to my my perception is he's getting us the wins in situations that he can manage. Kansas City, there's a lot of out of his control, from the drop passes to the weather. I mean, outside of that, only rookie to win in Kansas City. So that's something you have to take away and be excited about. I mean, we can't ignore the points that he put up against the Chargers the second time around in Vegas. I mean, do we credit Bo Hardegree for that, for moving up to the booth, or do we give AOC the credit for finally maybe finding his feet a little bit? But a lot is going to be determined this Sunday against the Colts, for AOC, for Bo Hardegree. I mean, for the playoffs, picture, after that. So I think after this Sunday, we're all going to have a better picture of where AOC, stands with all of us. But I mean, let the guy cook. Give him a chance. Don't write him off just yet.
No, I feel that. I don't want to write him off. I really don't. All I'm saying is
Aiden O'Connell needs to have 2 big games to make a statement.
he does. He does. Like that Vikings game really bothered me, and then last week bothered me. But it didn't hurt as much because our defense did their thing. So I don't know. We'll see. Hey, Steve, man. Steve, somebody in the chat said this. They said Power Raider is looking kind of chubby. Throw him on the offensive line. What do you think about that, man?
Hey,
What do you think about that, Steve? You the left guard? You might need to be the left guard, bro.
hey, that's what I get for hanging out with these guys. Hey, you know what?
It's the holidays, man. It's the holidays.
It is.
I seen a meme that says, "Don't blame the holidays. You were fat in August."
There it is. Joel, what's going on, man? Yeah, let me get through some of these. Let's see comments, man. I appreciate everybody coming through. Let's see if there's any other names that I don't recognize that came through for the first time. Let's see. Jesse, what's going on? Appreciate Jesse coming through.
The Raiders have gotten better week after week. I mean, we cannot deny that. We're showing.
Oh, absolutely.
Outside of the
Absolutely.
Vikings game, we're showing improvement. I don't know what the fuck happened there.
Yeah. No, honestly, you're right. Like, I think at the end of the day, we got to keep progressing. I think we're definitely moving in the right direction. And again, I would love Aiden to come out and just ball out tomorrow and then go into play. All I've been saying is just we just have to have a short leash because we can't afford to have another Vikings game. That's my biggest thing. We can't have a Vikings game. So at the end of the day, it's like if we see that it's trending that way, let's go do something else. That's where I'm at. My boy Big Daddy Jose, he said, "Sup me, Raider Nation Familia. This season is about silver and black to the future for sure, man. Appreciate you coming through."
He said it out. Sup me, familia.
Sup me familia, or me Raider Nation Familia.
There you
Man, I took so much Spanish, but like I had a girl that I copied off of like 2 years in high school, and I think I took 2 years in Spanish or in college, and I still only know the numbers. That's about it.
You went the Raider way, right? If you ain't cheating, you're trying.
Oh, exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Cheating
Hey,
is encouraged. That's what they have.
Exactly. I graduated with like I think I had like a 3.7 or something. And don't even know how. All I know is my girls took care of me, man. Shout out to them, man. They're probably doing big things these days, man. But anyway, so let's talk about just what we're looking at for this Colts game. So just kind of looking at just the tail of the tape. Points per game. Okay. They're top 10, 23.6 per game. We're at 19. Points allowed, they're at 28th, we're at 8th. So that's big right there. Total yards per game, we're at 29th, they're at 15th. So their offense can move the ball. Pass yards per game, we're close to the same, not too big difference. You rushing yards a game, we're 31st, they're 13th. Yards allowed per game, we're 16th or 27th. And turnover difference, we're 21st or 11th. So, I mean, it kind of goes back and forth. A lot of stuff kind of favors them. But overall, what's you guys' thoughts about just going into this game? How confident are you, and what makes you confident?
Real quick, we just did a podcast for my people I do a podcast with, SoCal Raider Report, and one of the guys on there brought up a great point that there's 2 wild cards in this game, and we talked about the fact that they have a bad secondary. Trey Tucker and Hunter Renfrow. I feel like those 2 guys are going to be like keys in the game. I feel like the Raider passing game is going to get off, and I feel like this is our opportunity to get both those guys going because Trey Tucker had a big game against the Chargers, man, and I feel like him and AOC have a good connection. And the missing link, if you remember last year, we were almost exactly in this. Or not last year, but the last time we made the playoffs, we were almost exactly in this scenario where we had to beat the Colts, and then we went into that last Week 17 matchup against the Chargers, and now we're going against the Broncos. So it's almost exactly the same, and I feel like I feel like Hunter Renfro's gonna have a better game because he blew the game so bad against the Vikings. You know.
No, I agree. I think one thing, when we think about is, again, it goes back to that cover 3 that Bradley's going to play. I think at the end of the day, people like Renfro, they succeed in zone coverage. They know how to get to the soft spots. Devontae too, but I don't think they're going to do too much. They're gonna shift some stuff over to Devontae. They got to, but I think that Renfro can kill a zone. So I expect to see him to do something. But I want to see more Trey Tucker too, man. He's explosive. I'd love to see more from him.
Devontae's going to the Jets.
Oh, you think so? I mean,
you know what? In the last game, Devontae looked like Tim Brown. He's old. Like he looked like he couldn't get any separation in that last game. He looked like he didn't look good.
Good point. That was the first game. I said the same thing to myself. Like, holy shit, the age is starting to hit Devontae. Like I don't know if it was the weather, but that was the first time I thought to myself.
Yeah, like he wasn't like cooking. Because honestly, they did a lot of man coverage that game.
Snead had him
taking that coverage on that.
Well, but I think Snead got hurt, didn't he? So they put the other dude on him.
Remember, he got hurt and they thought, oh, right. And now we're going to do it. And then he came back right in. He still had Devontae.
Okay.
It was all over him.
He did his thing, yeah.
Do nothing.
Yeah, Jay Jackson, what's going on, man? Navajo on the go. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming through. But yeah, for sure. No, I agree. Let's see, my man. Let's see, Ghostmaster. Do you guys truly believe where offense will get back on track and get into the playoffs? I mean, that's the question. I mean,
we're going to have Indianapolis. They're a great coach team, hard-nosed football. Offensively on that line, we're going to have our work cut out from the defensive standpoint. Max is going to have, his hands full. Same with Malcolm. So to Ern's point, it's going to come to Jacoby Myers, Hunter Renfro, Trey Tucker getting involved early, quick to alleviate Zamir, to get him that, room he needs to work. But if those guys get involved quick, it should be, a home run for our team, but we'll see.
Hey, I'm gonna knock on wood right here. As long as the Colts don't pick our quarterback today, we're good.
Hey, why you
oh man,
I'm knocking on wood already.
I forgot.
You're with me.
I forgot. It was against the Colts too.
Yeah.
Shout out to Leo. He said, "Pay no attention to drunk Chris. He's trying to go places when he's drunk." That is true, man. Drunk Chris is a whole different character. I was in Chicago trying to go to O Block, trying to go where Chief lives.
You're in South Beach.
But no, I'm saying when I was in Chicago though, I kept trying to go to. I tried to go to O Block all when I was drunk, and everyone was telling me I shouldn't. But in my mind, I thought it was a good idea, so I'm glad I didn't.
You should have seen him at the boat party. I'm just saying.
Yeah, exactly. But shout out to you though. You was DJing. I was, we had a good time. Shout out to Woods and Whiskey. That was a good event. Good event.
You guys all travel together?
Well, they go like Steve and them go to all the games. I'm just a fan from the Midwest. I get in where I fit in, man. So I just so happen. Huh?
You going to the Indy game?
I was thinking about it, but I truly think we're going to slide into the playoffs, and I think we're going to probably play Miami. I think I'm gonna go to that playoff game. That's how I was gonna go. Because it's only like a 3-hour drive for me to Indy, but I think I'm gonna try to get to this Miami game if I can make some things happen. I got a lot going on in these next couple of weeks, so I got to try to juggle some things.
Our offense is man. On paper, everything's better. Jacoby Myers, Renfro, Devontae Adams. There's no excuses for not to win this game, man. Seriously.
No, we should. We definitely should. Let's see. Randy says, "Yes, you are crazy. Are we the what have you done for me lately fan base now?" I feel you, man. I know you love AOC. He just doesn't work for me, man. It just doesn't work.
Hey, Chris, is it okay if I take a little break real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yep.
Thanks, man.
Just
I'll be right back.
Piggyback on what you said, Chris.
What do you say?
Just to piggyback what you say, Chris. I don't go to every game. I do about 12. I don't go to every game. I do about 12 or 13 games.
Oh, that's it.
I try to go to all the home games. This year, I missed one home game. This year, I missed one home game, which is the Vikings game, which I didn't miss out anything.
Right, right.
Definitely, The holidays, I don't go out on the holidays. I stay home with the holidays with the kids and family and all that. But those are the
Nah, I feel
games I
you. I
do
feel
miss.
you. Nah, for sure, for sure. Let's see. Oh, so evil said, "You think Jamarcus was watching and was like, hell yeah, I set a record." Probably. Who knows, man? Jamarcus Russell. Goodness gracious. See, Carr is never put in the silver and black again. Yeah, we know that. We know that. But
I switched his jerseys to Daniel Carlson. Is it Daniel Carlson or AJ Cole? No,
Hey,
Carlson. Yeah.
look at that comment. I like that comment right
which
there.
one? Which comment?
AOC's going back to where he played college ball.
Oh yeah, he's gonna ball out his mind. Hey, I hope so, man. I really do. I really do. I want him to ball out. I want him to ball out. That's for sure. Let's see. He's great if you want to play from the 20 to 20. He said, all right. Let's see, Chris. I was in San Francisco. We saw. See, Jimmy isn't playing for the Raiders again. He probably won't. So I do got a question for you guys. So my boy Jose asked me the question. So would you guys trade Devontae?
You don't want.
Would you guys trade Devontae for Sauce Gardner straight up? Would you guys? Huh?
You know what I
Wait,
mean?
hold on. Here we go.
Sauce. Can I get in?
Yeah, hold on. Here we go.
Not right now.
Oh, there we go.
We
Okay.
got Nate Hobbs,
Yeah,
and
so-
Jack Jones. I mean, they're developing the way I expected. I mean, can you hear me? Are we good? Are we lagging?
No,
right
yeah,
now?
no, I hear you good. Yeah, I hear you.
I hear you.
So it might be a little lag. It might be a lag. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you guys.
Okay. It might be a lag on his
Technical
end.
difficulties.
But Ern, let me ask you then.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, hold on real second. Let me get him. I think you have a little lag real quick. But Ern, so would you trade Devontae for Sauce Gardner straight up?
Yeah, because the upside on Sauce is really high, and I feel like that's the missing piece we need. Like, you get that one more piece on the secondary,
Yeah.
I totally lost my train of thought. The screen froze.
that would be the Raiders' defense would be like got to be
I
top
thought I
10.
lost y'all. I'll let you guys pick it up.
Yeah, hold on. I'm hold on. Come right back, Matt. Come right back.
I might have been because I went out and messed it up.
No, you good. You good. He'll come right back. But no, I agree, man. Like, he has a lot of upside. I love Devontae. Everybody knows I love Devontae, but I don't know. I mean, I think if I had a chance to trade him for Sauce Gardner straight up, I think I would do that. Or would you rather take draft picks for Devontae?
Draft picks are a risk. I mean, as
Me
much
too.
as
That's how I feel.
I love the quarterback class. You know, like none of them are like guarantees. And
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner's already been in the league and proven that he's already like a lockdown corner and very young.
Yeah.
And so, man, it would just be amazing to see him playing with, playing with everybody on that Raiders secondary right now would be amazing. So I think I would go for that. Honestly, that's a great proposition.
Yeah. When I heard that, I'm like, man, that's a tough one because again, like I think so highly of Devontae, but then I also think about his contract coming up. I think this year, maybe next year, it's doable, but I think after that he gets like it goes up something crazy.
He's getting Otani money after that.
Right. So I'm like, and again, I like him, but it's like you almost have to have a quarterback on a rookie deal to be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but if I could get someone like Sauce then on the other side, Jack Jones with Hobbs in the slot,
yeah,
that could get nasty. That could get nasty.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I forgot all about. Do we still have Brandon Face on? What happened to that guy?
Yeah, he's been hurt, but like he hasn't really
He hasn't come back.
hasn't had a chance to get it together for some reason. Like he's been on the injury report every now and then. So I don't know.
Yeah,
but honestly, I don't know how Faison he was good at at zone, but I'm not sure what his man coverage is like. So
Yeah. The only thing I worry about Jack Jones is because he is a little crazy, and I don't know if you listen to Mad Max podcast.
oh, I love it.
But,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was listening to it, man. But you're you know what? His quality is poor. Your quality is excellent, man. Your sound is everything is on point. I was like, how are they letting this guy do this podcast? It sounds like crap.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think you could tell like Max just probably just uses his phone or whatever. The other guys, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, but what the point is that they were talking about how he was saying like he was saying like, it's like Jack Jones is a wild man. Like
you could tell.
He's
you
crazy.
Could tell. Yeah, I was listening to even you listen to AP talk about him. He was like, yeah, you know, we had a lot of study halls and study sessions back in the day. Like you could just tell like he was saying it without saying it. Like I had to have a lot of come to Jesus talks with Jack. Like you could tell, because even when Jack was kind of going off the deep end the other day when he started getting pissed, like you could tell. Yeah, like you could tell, like AP was like, Jack, get over there. Like you could tell he was used to talking to him like that.
At the end, he really didn't have him. Like he still went on. He was just like he had him. He was listening, but then he's like at a certain point, he's like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, because it looked like he was gonna get himself in big trouble. Thank God he didn't get kicked out of the game. But it did. I was watching that real close.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because dude, Rice, like he literally like grabbed his mouthpiece and just threw it. Yeah, it's like, so I don't know, because I know that would have ticked me off too. I ain't gonna lie, and no one would have been able to tell me nothing. So I get it, man.
That was like when they snatched Crabtree's chain, man. They just
exactly. It's like a whole disrespect thing. Like I grabbed your mouthpiece. Now go get it, type of thing. I don't know. So. It's all good. Raider Dad, what's going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Supposedly 6% if we win out or something. That's for sure.
63%.
63, that's what it is. Chris Steele, man, thank you for coming through. I think you're a first-time viewer, man. West Coast Pirates in the building. Yes, he is in the building. He'll be right back. Randy, come on, bro. He isn't Jamarcus Russell. That's a ridiculous man. Randy is he's going to die on that hill that Aiden O'Connell is the next John Elway. I'm convinced. Randy's going to die on that hill.
Hey, Peyton Manning.
I hope he's right.
Peyton Manning led the league in interceptions his rookie year.
That is true.
And I bet you Elway was up there too. His first year, he was terrible. Like,
yeah. So that's a fact. That's a fact. Jamarcus was 2-0 versus the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Shout out to Jamarcus, man.
Never studied a game film.
Never. I love it. Let's see. Steve, shout out to you, man. Appreciate you coming through. Let's see. We'll be at the game this Sunday with my son, hoping to bring the new year in with a Raider win. That is awesome, Steve, man. Awesome. Appreciate you coming through, my guy. I was still thinking about going to that game myself, man, but I think I'm gonna try to wait it out and try to.
How far is that from you? You're in Michigan, right? Or you're in?
I'm in Ohio, so it's actually like a 3-hour drive, so it's not bad at all, and it's a straight shot. So
that's like closer between here and Oakland.
Yeah, it's real close. Yeah, it's a real easy drive. Let's see. Collins and Walters, again, ridiculous compare. Randy's going to die on that hill, man. He's not going to let you talk about – that's my guy, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. Let's see. My boy Raider Rundown in the building. He just don't have that factor to take the team over the top. I agree, Rundown. I agree. Yeah. I agree. Let's see. Raider Nation Live, man. I appreciate you, man. Salute to you, my friend. Let's see. Raider Rundown. Friday Goat Talk. Everyone, like and subscribe. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. What factor is that? Let's see. Salute Power, Sal, and Raider Earn for sure. Protect the shield happen for sure, man. Appreciate it. I appreciate all the love, man, in the comments, man. I really do. Let's see. This is a Jeff Saturday revenge. Oh my God, I forgot about that. Oh my God.
Oh,
the Jeff Saturday revenge. Ooh, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a great point. I completely
that is. the Jeffs. That pissed me off all over again. We better win now. That's wild.
Even last year, like we still could have been in the playoff hunt.
Right. Oh man, let's see. Chris was trying to have his family gathering for him, and it wasn't going to be for a happy event. You trying to go to O Block? That's true. I was on one. I was on one. All right, man. Let's see. So I appreciate all the comments, man. Appreciate all you guys. I'm actually running a little bit later than what I usually do, man. So I definitely want to respect your time, man.
Oh man, thank you, Chris. I appreciate Protect the Shield podcast. You guys are
for sure, man. Before we get out of here, because I had a great time on your show, man. But I want my people to be able to take a second to learn a little bit about your show. Like, where can they find it? Tell me a little bit about your show. Let me know what's going on.
Yeah, man. SoCal Raider Report. We've been doing it for about almost 13 years. And, we're mostly on YouTube. So if you look up SoCal Raider Report, you'll see a bunch of our shows. We've been doing mostly the video thing. And this year we've gotten more on the Spotify and just the audio trip. But, yeah, man, just check us out. Me and Raider Joe and Raider Joe Jr. and a bunch of guests. And hopefully we'll get you back on because, man, you brought a lot of life to the party, man. Thank you so much, Chris. No, I loved it, man. That was a good show, and plus, I love how you edit it. Like how you guys do the edits and all that. That was fire. I need to learn how to get that into my repertoire, man. So I'm still learning myself, man. I nerd out on that. So yeah, I'm a teacher. I teach editing, and if anybody
do you really
need some help? Yeah, I teach all media creations, and I used to be, honestly, I know it's gonna sound stupid, but I'm a musical person, so I started off in the studio doing recording, and I rap and all this stuff. It's really ridiculous.
You rap? Oh, I need some bars, bro. Can you give me some bars on the spot or no?
No way. That would come out whack. But
man, I need some bars, man. It's okay.
Look up on YouTube. It's my biggest thing I got. It's called All Day Raiders, man.
All Day Raiders?
All Day Raiders. Just listen to that. Listen to that, and you'll know what I got. So
that's what's up. That was
hey, so much.
Yeah, my boy Leo said he just subbed to the SoCal Raiders with Joe.
I'm gonna put one out. I'm gonna put one out right today. Like when I'm done with you, I gotta edit and then I'm gonna put it out because we just recorded this afternoon.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to my partner Raider Joe, man, partner in crime. We've been friends since we were like in 4th grade, man. I love that guy.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire, man. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Cool,
thanks.
Man. Yeah, well, hey, I appreciate you coming through, man. So
anytime, man.
For sure. So let me see. Did I have anything else that I wanted to go through? I think I went through mostly everything. Yeah, so we're good on my end, man. So, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, Chris.
Shield Squad, man. I appreciate you guys coming through. Appreciate you guys stopping in. We had a good time. You guys were very, very energetic in the comments, man. Make sure you guys go follow my boy Raider Earn, man. He has great content, great show. In fact, I can't wait to get on there again, and hopefully I can get you on my show again, man. So I really appreciate the Shield Squad in the building. But like I always say, guys, players and coaches, they come and go, but we must always protect the Shield. You guys be safe. I love you guys. You guys have a good new year, and we're going to win on Sunday, and we about to get in the playoffs, y'all. Y'all be safe, man. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Thanks for coming through. Good night, y'all. Have a good one.